I'm here with Kim Rom, who is what's your role now? I can't remember.
Chief nerd.
Chief nerd. Okay. It should also be said, if he's got some kind of attitude, it's probably because he's my former boss. But he's here to tell about some new SteelSeries products today.
And that was a sad, dark period in my life, by the way. The SteelSeries Iron is the first product I probably want to show you. The SteelSeries Iron is for us a product where we step outside of our comfort zone. For the last 11 years, we've been focused on PC gaming traditionally, or taking our PC gaming products and then sort of converted them into other platforms. But this is the first time where we sat down and we developed a product specifically for another platform. It's a microcontroller, but it fits really well. We've done a lot of design optimizations and a lot of research into hand sizes, and everyone that's sort of touched it so far seems to have a very natural fit for it. It works with your PC, it works with tablets, and we want this to become basically a controller that will work with pretty much any device you have in your home.
But just to be sure I'm getting it correctly, the programs or games that will have to take advantage of this will have to be made for it, right?
No, they won't have to be made for it. They would have to have snippets of code that converts a touch signal or what the touch signal was into this, which is actually a process that seems to be a lot easier than people think it is.
Okay, and I guess the answer would be yes, but do you think that there's a huge need for a product like this?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can divide my life into 3 categories. Before I had sex the first time, before I got my iPad, I travel a lot. My traveling has become so much more awesome after I got my iPad. 10 hours of battery, I play a lot of games, and it's a shitty experience. It's a great experience because you're sitting, with a big screen and the graphics actually start to look really nice by now. But it's a shitty experience because you have 0 pixel precision whatsoever. You're smearing your own crap around on the screen. It's not a good gaming experience. It's better than anything else out there when you're on the road right now. But it's not a good gaming experience. There's absolutely a need for games, any role-playing game that I've played. A lot of football games and stuff like. I can't see why there would be less of a demand for pixel precision on a tablet than there is when we produce a good computer mouse for a computer.
Okay, so from a controller to a new headset?
Yeah. We're announcing 2 new headsets at this show. One is sort of an evolution of our most popular gaming headset. This is called the SteelSeries Siberia V2. What we have done is we have added illumination here on the side. The side will function in different modes. There will be a trigger mode. There will be a pulsating mode as it is now. You can control that through a program we call SteelSeries Engine. We have also added a noise cancellation microphone, active noise cancellation, for people who attend rock concerts and need to do Skype at the same time, or people who just game in really noisy environments. Pull-out microphone. It has a suspension system. I know that it's become very popular for gaming peripheral companies to say that it did something like the world's first time. We call this the most comfortable gaming headset on the planet. It's like having sex with your ears. So the next headset we have here is called the SteelSeries Flux. And the Flux is really our first portable headset. We have made Apple versions and other versions of our headsets before, but this is the first one that from the get-go was designed to be portable, really. And when I say portable, I mean that it can be compact and folded into nothing, even to the point where it can be really comfortable to wear. It's super lightweight, 40mm driver units. Special cushioning that actually has some sound isolation. It's like a mixture of leather and cloth. So your ears won't get warm, but we have a significant amount of sound block in them for the size. What you see here is the 2 ports. And you can actually choose yourself which side that you want to plug into, depending on whatever use case scenario you're in. In the retail packaging, we will ship this with 2 cords. This is the cord that is made for mobile phones. So for one, it has a jack for mobile phones, and 2, it has a remote control on the side that has phone functionality. What you want on your computer is something completely different. So then the jack will have there'll be 2 jacks, and it'll be a volume control instead of like a mute control. On our website, we will be building something we call the flux capacitor, where you can customize what kind of cord you want, what color you want the cord to be, what color you want this to be, and what color or print that you want this to be. So it's a headset where we really take personalization super seriously.
And again, instant nerd points. I mean, bravo.
Flux capacitor. You're actually only the sixth person in an entire week who got it. That means that you're really old and a nerd.
Yes, but I'm proud of it. So finally, we have mice, and I think it's fair to say that's one of the product categories where you have really had huge success, right?
Absolutely. 2011 was an awesome year for us because of this guy. This is the Steelseries Sensei, which is the most powerful mouse on the planet, really. And that sounds like a stupid, bold statement and full of marketing bullshit, but it really is. It's an incredibly powerful mouse that has an LCD menu on the back where you can basically set up the entire mouse without a driver. It has a 32-bit ARM processor inside because we do a lot of on-mouse calculations. So everything from actually making you more precise as a gamer, which is something that no mouse has really done since 2001, to how the mouse behaves, to when it cuts off when you lift it. So there's a lot of stuff that we focus on that happens directly on the mouse.
I'm sorry but can you just go into detail with what you mean with that? Because you kind of say that it empowers the gamer, and again, I don't want to call it bullshit, but that's PR talk.
Okay, cool, sure. I would say that roughly 50% of your audience who sees this can try opening Paint on their computer and drawing a straight line. And what will happen in roughly 50% of the cases is that they will draw a straight line. That's because the mouse that they're using, even though if it's called a gaming mouse or whatever, was actually made for office use. That's the bulk of the market. There are very few companies actually make sensors that are done for gaming. The reason why they're drawing a straight line is because the mouse is helping them. It's predicting where they want to go and then helping smooth the line, which also means that they lose pixel precision. We're not saying that necessarily a bad thing depending on your usage scenario. We're just saying you lose pixel precision. That's something you can adjust directly on the mouse if you want this feature or if you don't want this feature. The first thing everyone will do the first time they play a first-person shooter game on their PC is three things basically. They will adjust the resolution so it fits whatever screen they have. They will adjust the mouse sensitivity slider somewhere, and they will probably remap a few keys on the keyboard. When you adjust a mouse sensitivity slider on your computer, you're basically telling your computer or your in-game software that every time I move my mouse, multiply my mouse movement by a factor of whatever mathematical value that you have put your slider to. Imagine if you did that in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Right? So we remove all that because no calculations is actually taking place on the computer. So with this mouse, what you would do is you would adjust that slider to 1 or to 0, no mathematical multiplier, and in increments of 1, you can adjust the sensitivity directly on the mouse, and that's true hardware-based sensitivity. That's how we make people better. We actually give them precision. What I have here is the Kinsu V2 and the Kana. They're both models that, from a form factor perspective, are modeled after the Sensei. This is 4% smaller, and this is 7% smaller. We feel that with the Sensei, we have actually created, in our opinion, the best mouse shape on the planet, the most versatile, ambidextrous shape on the planet. And we wanted to make that for different hand sizes. We are not all born, with gracefully large fingers as I am. This has 2 side buttons. They're oversized for rapid fire and easy access. The Kinsu has 0 side buttons. But they're super aggressively priced. In dollars, this is priced at $49, and this is priced at $39. So this is very aggressive price point products.
And really, really sleek design.
Really, really sleek design. Actually, the Kana will be available in 2 different versions. We have a version here that's white that was done by us. And then in March this year, we asked our Facebook community what our next mouse should look like. And we let them vote. So we actually made a ton of designs, and the community voted. And I'll show you a black and orange mouse that won with 60,000 votes.
Cool. Well, thanks for having a look at all the new products, Kim, and continued success.
Thank you.